Fowler, no Owen, so somebody had to stand up and be counted. Titi Camara has done just that. But Liverpool have lost 3 already at Anfield this season. One of them was to Watford. Bradford haven't been to Anfield for a league game for 77 years. It's a Scouser that leads them back. And he takes Dean Saunders with him. What chance? Liverpool's old boys upsetting the school of '99. It's a place he knows very well, Paul Jewell. Not much has changed. They're battling with a lot of pride, Bradford, to hang on to their place in the Premiership. 11 points from 11 games. Southampton had 6 at this same stage last season, and they survived. So there's hope. Our Monday Night Football comes from Anfield. Live from the Carling Premiership, it's Liverpool against Bradford on Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports Extra, the Sky digital channel, offering interactive football on channel 404. So, Liverpool-Bradford tonight, live on the Monday Night Football. Andy, quick word. Liverpool, we've said, inconsistent. Bradford hungry. What do you think?
I think Liverpool will win. I think they have to win. I think when you look at Liverpool are playing, in the next 6 league games, Richard, they're playing 5 of the sides in the bottom half of the Premiership. And 6 of them, actually, 5 of them at home at Anfield. I think the season is going to be decided between now and December the 28th, and it has to start tonight for them. And I think they will beat Bradford.
Our commentators at Anfield, Trevor Francis and Alan Parry.
Good evening. Well, the common conception is certainly that Liverpool are having a poor season, but as you've mentioned, Richard, if they beat Bradford tonight, they'll move into the top 6, and what might surprise a few people is that only Chelsea have got a better defensive record than Liverpool this season. And of course, Trevor, with Michael Owen and Robbie Fowler still to come back from injuries, things are looking a lot better for Gerard Houllier.
Well, you mentioned the defensive record, and I think that's been the big improvement. I think they are undoubtedly defending better. You look at the last 4 games where they're unbeaten, 3 of those games they've kept clean sheets. They've just conceded the 1 goal, and I've said before, if you're keeping clean sheets, it builds confidence.
Let's check on the Liverpool lineup then. Sander Westerveld is now back in goal following his recent 3-match ban for the sending off here against Everton. Rigobert Song seems to be winning the battle to be first choice right back. The partnership of Stéphane Henchoz and Sami Hyypiä is now bedding in nicely in the centre of defence. Steve Staunton gets the vote at left back tonight. Dominic Matteo has a cold. In midfield, David Thompson is the only local lad in Liverpool's lineup. Jamie Redknapp is partnered by Dietmar Hamann, making only his 4th appearance for Liverpool, and Patrick Berger completes the quartet. And a new-look Liverpool attack tonight, with Robbie Fowler and Michael Owen still injured, as I mentioned. Gerard Houllier experiments tonight with Vladimir Smicer and Titi Camara. Bradford have been forced to make a change in goal. Gary Walsh has gone down with flu. His replacement, Matt Clark, plays his first league game for over 2 years. They have a fairly settled back 4. Gunnar Haller and David Weatherall have played in every Premiership match so far. Young Andrew O'Brien has only missed a couple, and Lee Sharp's hoping for a long run at left back after recovering from his pre-season ankle injury. Bags of experience in midfield. Neil Redfern, Stuart McCall and Dean Windhurst have between them clocked up incredibly over 1,500 league games in England and Scotland. And an adventurous 3-man attack brings together the former Liverpool star Dean Saunders alongside Lee Mills and Robbie Blake, who last season scored over 40 goals between them.
Well, we mentioned the improvement in Liverpool defending, and I think it's coincided undoubtedly with the return to full fitness of Henchoz. The last 4 games he's played in them all, and I think he's starting to form a partnership with Hyypiä in the centre of the defence. In midfield, Thompson will give them plenty of energy down the right-hand side. Redknapp, excellently going forward, always looking to get shots in on goal. But alongside him, once again, we've spoken about it before, he played against Everton, didn't last the game. He's only played 3 Premiership games all season, yet to finish the 90 minutes. Once again, I feel it's another risk playing Hamann. The left-hand side, Berger likes to get forward, will look to link up with the front 2 of Camara and Smicer. And as for Bradford, well, if you've ever seen a more adventurous lineup at Anfield, I can't remember it. Just looking at that side there, the two fullbacks, Haller and Sharp, love to get forward. Midfield three, Windass, predominantly as strikers, so you could say there's four strikers in this lineup. Redfern, another very attacking player. So I think this puts a tremendous onus on the vastly experienced Stuart McCall to play just in front of the two central pairing of Weather and O'Brien to do a holding job. Up front, well, poor Jill, that's how he wants the team to play, with three up front, but that basically depends on how much of the ball they can dominate. If they get plenty of possession, then it will remain three up. But if it's Liverpool who get possession, well, that then could change to a 4-5-1 formation, with Dean Saunders and Blake having to drop back to reinforce the midfield.
Number 17, Mark Crudo. Number 19.
Check on the substitutes. Right back Hegem.
Number 20.
Meyer, the Dutch international striker. Carragher reverts to the substitutes bench tonight. He played in virtually every game for Liverpool prior to tonight. Murphy and the reserve goalkeeper Nielsen. Former Chelsea man Myers. Lawrence, the winger, signed, well, he was originally at Leicester City, of course. Rankin, once of Arsenal. Dreyer, very experienced defender. And Crudo, who, amongst the 14 clubs he's figured for in his long career, was once on loan here at Liverpool. He's Bradford's substitute goalkeeper. But an emotional night for Paul Jewell and everyone involved with Bradford. In a few moments, though, nostalgia gives way to reality. Liverpool have a place in the top six in their sights. Three vital points at stake. Stay with us for Bradford City against Liverpool.
Sunday night, the Scottish Premiership, live only on Fox Sports. Celtic come knocking on the gates of Ibrox in the first Old Firm clash of the season. After Rangers took the double last season, Celtic have everything to prove. But Rangers are off to a flyer and look deadlier than ever. Can Celtic now close the gap on the league leaders, or will the blue half of Glasgow serve up some humble pie? Live and exclusive, Rangers Celtic, Sunday night at 11, Fox Sports.
Fox Sports 1, and we're interactive on Sky Sports Extra, the new Sky digital channel, which is the future of football coverage. Let's go to Anfield and join our match commentators Trevor Francis and Alan Parry.
Well, as usual, the Kop full and noisy tonight. And about 20-odd years ago, a cheeky-faced little schoolboy used to stand amongst them. Paul Jewell was the name, a fervent Liverpool fan who, at the age of 16, then achieved his boyhood dream of becoming a Liverpool player, though he never did make the first team. He hasn't quite made the first team yet, but his son, Sam, aged 10, a very proud Bradford City mascot here tonight. And his grandmum, somewhere in the crowd. She very rarely goes to watch football, but this was a night she just couldn't miss. Bradford City, all in white. Liverpool, all in red. The man all in black is Jeff Winter. Liverpool 10th at the start of play with 18 points from their 12 games. A victory would move them up 4 places to 6th. Though there's a similar incentive for Bradford, who start the night at 18th, just 11 points from 11 games. Victory for them, they'd also move up 4 places to 14th. Even a draw for Bradford would get them out of the relegation positions. So a huge incentive for both sides here as Bradford City prepare to get the match underway. They haven't won at Anfield for 85 years and have enjoyed only 2 victories on this famous ground in the club's entire history. Stuart McCall wants the Everton. It's the first ball moving forward into the Liverpool half. So important for Bradford that they keep the confidence gained from their 3-1 victory against Leicester in their last Premiership match. Hence the fact that they've started again with this adventurous formation tonight. David Thompson on the right of Liverpool's midfield. Try to pick out Titi Camara. Under pressure from Patrick Berger, who was then hauled back. And the first decision for the referee to make here, that was a certain foul by Redfern. Is it a booking? It is. Within 40 seconds, the first caution.
Well, Gunnar Haller just delayed it. And it's forced Redfern to try and backtrack, get a tackle in. And quite clearly, It's Berger who gets goal side, he pulls into the floor, and I think he's left Mr. Winter with no option.
With a very quickly taken free kick, one of his specialities, but he didn't catch the substitute goalkeeper, Matt Clark, or the reserve keeper, I should say, napping this time. He was on his toes.
No, it's not the first time we've seen Redknapp try that one. He does it very, very quickly, trying to catch the keeper out. It's just as a result of that challenge, you know, from Redfern on Berger. Berger's actually limping at this moment, so it's worth just keeping your eye on him, just to see if he can shake that off. It appears to be his ankle that's the problem.
He's going to get an early test of it. Westerveld bowled the ball in his direction. Howard took it off him, but it's another free kick to Liverpool. Now by the Norwegian. Steve Staunton will take it. Gets his place back ahead of Dominic Matteo tonight. There's the Liverpool captain, Redknapp. Rigobert's song is keeping Begard Hegem out of that right back position. Long ball by Onshaw is a good one. Redknapp's on the end of it. Titi Camara in the box. And the first corner is at Liverpool from David Weatherall's clearance. The fans not convinced that Berger really was foul moments ago. They're booing him as he's gone across to take the corner. Sami Hupia on the near post. Camara near the penalty spot. Heading in his direction. He got a shot in, but it seemed highly unlikely.
Well, you're right, Alan. He should have been allowed to get the shot in. It was young Andrew O'Brien who should have closed him down, got the block in. Unfortunately for Bradford, it was a tame shot. He went nicely into the hands of Matt Clark.
Hupia, who's been a great success. Haman, well, the verdict's still out of course on him because he's played so few matches because of his ankle problems. Here's Staunton. Patrick Berger. This is Switzer. Staunton lays it in again. Camara. Patrick Berger. It's close.
It's an excellent start from Liverpool, immediately in the ascendancy. Nice little flick from Camara. Berger knows he's got to hit it early. He does that. Just goes past Matt Clark's far post. Great drive with his left foot.
Scored in 2 of his last 4 matches here at Anfield, Patrick Berger. Hupia's clearance.
Just a word about the shot, Alan. It was a useful shot from Berger, but I think all he's done is just aggravated that foot. Either the foot or the ankle. He's not very comfortable at all at this moment.
As Thompson continues this Liverpool attack. Redknapp. Interception by Redfern. Blake trying to get in behind the last Liverpool defender that commits the foul. The Bradford fans not at all convinced Mr. Winters favoured them early on here.
Well, Mr. Winters was right, because Dean Saunders didn't attempt to play the ball, he just ran into Honcho.
Now Staunton. There'll be a time for Onshaw. Redknapp let it run on, gets it back from Smitzer. Good into play, but back too deep surely for Camara. And goalkeeper Clark obviously didn't signal his presence there, forcing Sharp into the hurried clearance. Here's Camara with the cross shot. Easier stop this time for goalkeeper Clark, who hasn't played a league game for over 2 years now for Bradford. He's only had 1 appearance so far this season, and that was in a Worthington Cup tie against Reading. Hupia gets it away again. Vladimir Snitzer. Thompson leaves it to Song, but that's gone out of play. Bradford's throw. Bradford won their first match in the Premiership at Middlesbrough on the opening day of the season, but since then they've managed only 2 victories in 10 league games. They won at Derby, and against Leicester last week, which was their first home win. Here's Camara. Berger making a good run down the left again. And he picks him out rather fortunately as it happens. Back to Staunton. Berger forward, so is Smitzer. Good catch by Clark.
Yes, a positive approach this by Bradford, but I think they're going to have to do something about this left-hand side here, because Staunton has got nobody trying to close him down. He can come forward with it whenever he wants.
Here's clearance. Straight back in again. McCaw making the break forward. Just miscontrolled it. Here's clearance. Camara goes down. No free kick given this time. Weatherall with a long ball. Mills. Good control by Redfern. Haller, Saunders. Taken off him by Patrick Berger. Haller keeps the pressure on Liverpool, but not now. Good early ball out. Redknapp shows real pace. Camara. Well, he tried to backheel it, I think, to Redknapp, but didn't quite come off. Good ball forward. Saunders taking up a good position here. On show with him. And Bradford get a free kick.
And this will be their first opportunity to just put Liverpool under a little bit of pressure. Got one or two big guys, decent in the air. Lee knows. And coming forward is David Weatherall, two excellent headers of the ball.
Because the free kick plays straight into Vestervelt's hands. This is Staunton, Berger. Put loose there. Let Staunton work hard. Hamann has missed it, but gets away with it. Cheaply, and once again Liverpool a little lucky, nothing came of it. Camara back again to the Czech Republic player, and then the other one, Berger. Camara's challenge, he's given it back to Smitzer. That's a good run, an excellent tackle by Weatherall to stop him.
Yes, it was timed to perfection and had to be, otherwise I'm sure Smitzer would have gone over and would have forced the referee to give a penalty. He got the ball quite cleanly.
Coupier for Liverpool. Camara. Just tried to carve the defence open with a little ball for Redknapp, who gives him a thumbs up for intent, if not delivery. Mills with a header on. Staunton for Liverpool. Redknapp under pressure straight away here. And it was closed down quickly by Redfern. Not the best ball from the Liverpool captain. Lee Sharp for Bradford. Saunders. Sharp continues his run forward. And the ball almost picked out Mills and did pick out Bradford, but his shot rather wide. A real opportunity though for Bradford inside 10 minutes.
It was a great diagonal ball that from Robbie Blake. He spotted Lee Mills pulling off at the back post. It forced Staunton into a very, very poor header. I think it was Windass who met it on the volley, tried to hit it first time. It's Bradford's first chance, a difficult one.
He was in a winning Barnsley team here at Anfield a couple of seasons ago near Redfern.
Apologies, I thought it was Windass.
Staunton, good ball, Smitzer. Ball steps into Winnipack, call to Mills. proving they can zip the ball around just as successfully. But too strong that though for Blake. And back his place in the last half a dozen games, Robbie Blake, and scored in the 3-1 victory against Leicester, his first ever goal in the Premiership. Bradford have failed to score in 5 of their 11 league games this season. They've only managed 9 goals. Only the bottom 2 of Sheffield Wednesday and Watford have scored less. So we don't exactly have 2 teams who've been prolific scorers this season in opposition tonight. At least Gerard Houllier has the satisfaction of knowing that sooner rather than later he will have Michael Owen and Robbie Fowler available to him. Michael Owen starts training tomorrow.
Yes, and without them, you know, Alan, you look through the side and they're not blessed with goals. In fact, I just had a glance through at the programme before the game, and the starting lineup only scored 8 league goals between them.
That's a great little ball through, and the shot produces a marvellous goal. Dean Windass gives Bradford City the lead. No one wrote that in the script, apart perhaps from his manager Paul Jewell in his wildest dreams. What a terrific finish by Windass.
Once again, questions got to be asked about the Liverpool back 4. Ball's played into Blake. I should say to Mills, Markham was very, very poor. Just lays it back into the path of Windass. Lovely little dummy, but that's a terrific finish. He's hit that ball with pace, with the outside of his right foot. Great accuracy. Really is a fine goal.
Bradford City's revival takes another significant step forward. Dean Windass, who scored at Wimbledon recently after going 15 matches without a goal, has given his side the lead here. And former Liverpool player Dean Saunders keeps the pressure on. Did well. Good ball in, and Redford with a great chance to make it 2. Well, Trevor.
All I can say is this is absolutely brilliant play from Dean Saunders, but what a miss. Neil Redfern, from that sort of position, he really should score there with his eyes closed. He's so good at getting into the opposing box. A regular goal scorer for Barnsley. Only 1 this season for Bradford. That should have been the 2nd.
Liverpool a goal behind within a quarter of an hour. It should have been 2. Gerard Houllier, who every time he thinks he's taken Liverpool a step forward, seems to see his team take them 2 steps backwards. Great moment for Dean Windass. And the Bradford fans are enjoying every moment of this so far. Charles finding Blake. And Bradford get the throw. Chance to test Liverpool's defence here.
Too close to Westerveld, but once again, Weatherall, Mills both in the box. Good movement.
Staunton with a good header to keep it away from danger. Good one by Liverpool in possession. Schmitzer again. New look combination up front for Liverpool tonight. Schmitzer really signed. Wide player, he has played as a central striker for his former club Lens in the French league, and indeed for the Czech Republic. Gerard Houllier, because of the injuries to Owen Farrer, has had to keep moving things around. Maya played in the last game, he's on the bench tonight. Liverpool have already lost 3 league games here at Anfield this season. Some work to do to prevent this becoming a 4th defeat. Thompson in a great position here, stumbled at the wrong moment, and the chance was gone.
Yes, it was good approach play. The man just slips it in and really looks up and should have played it early. Decides against it, stumbles, loses possession, but that was a good situation that really Liverpool should have exploited.
His best ever run in Liverpool's first team at the moment, David Thompson. He's only missed 2 of the 15 games to date. Cole doing well. Redfern, Houpier's clearance, straight to the goal scorer Dean Windass. Then Sharp trying to release Blake on Bradford's left. Son, the defender. Good tackle. Man. Bradford looking determined in the middle of the field and inventive up front. Ball clearance though by Clark. Man gets it back to Smitzer. Camera and Haman forward. He tries the shot. Good effort.
Certainly was a good effort. Would have left his foot. I thought it was destined to the back of the net. Decides to come onto his left foot, just curls it, inches wide. Great invention from Smitzer.
Who's still to score in 10 games so far for Liverpool. Billington's clearance. Smitzer. Good skill. Thompson to his right. Redknapp ahead of him. He's given it away. McCall's heel. Didn't expect to get it back then from Mills, but they're looking very confident at the moment, Bradford. Windass. This is Weatherall. Hugely experienced man at the back. Ball aimed at Mills. Liverpool concede a corner. For Weatherall to join Lee Mills, both of them well over 6 foot. Again, it was Staunton who was on his toes. It's 2 important clearances he's made from set pieces. Sharp, poor control. It's not taking the Liverpool manager long to desert his seat in the director's box to be a little closer to the action. Within earshot, no doubt, as his goalkeeper Westerveld took a big risk there against Mills. I think he was too pleased with the back pass. thought they were going to get a throw out of that, but 2,000 Scouse voices told them otherwise. And Mr. Winter did as well.
It wasn't the back pass that Westerveld was annoyed about, it was the fact that neither of his centre-halves were prepared to make an angle so he could play the ball into them. He's reluctant to play it forward because there's no physical presence in forward areas.
Here's Camara. Got away from his man brilliantly. Titi Camara! Taken to him here, and you can understand why. A brilliant individual goal to bring Liverpool level.
Well, once again he comes off, gets turned, very, very direct, hits it with his left foot across Clark. And once he shoots with his left foot, he gets so much accuracy. Right in the corner net, really Matt Clark doesn't have much hope.
That's 5 goals now in the 10 Premiership games that he started. Titi Camara was the match winner and man of the match in the last home game here against West Ham. On a very difficult day for him. He heard the news from his home country that his father had died earlier in the day. And Gerard Houllier had to be sure he was psychologically right to play. Well, he certainly was. He dedicated that goal to his late father. And that's another very satisfying moment for a man signed from Marseille by Gerard Houllier in the summer.
Just listen to the change in the atmosphere here now, Alan, at Anfield. Certainly the goal came at the right moment. The home supporters were just starting to get a little bit agitated. They don't take kindly to being 1-0 down at home to Bradford. Certainly that's given them all a lift, and they're back in good song.
Saunders with a little layoff. Lee Mills. Back again to Mills. Came off Patrick Berger. And it just took the sting out of the shot, really. No doubt, when they look back at this match, the missed header by Neil Redfern will be a key significant moment in the game. Patrick Berger. Paul did well there, read the danger, good interception. Staunton, Aman. Liverpool fizzing the ball around quickly now, and Aman got a late challenge there, which was mighty close to the ankle, has given him problems already this season.
This is Liverpool as we come to expect. A nice crisp passing. Saunders just breaks it up with a free kick he gives away. Foul on a man. Give Liverpool the chance to try and create something from this free kick.
Patrick Berger delivers it into a danger area. And we're all relieved to concede the corner.
Well, it wasn't the worst of balls from Berger, but he'll be asking the question, why didn't nobody attack it? Weatherall had a free header. He sent all the big guys up. Hoopier, Honcho, Song was there. 3 back 4 players. But nobody's there to attack it.
It was a good clearance. I think it was meant as a shot. Still danger. Wild effort from Thompson. Dean Windass, who had his glory moment early on with the terrific goal that gave Bradford the lead, has got a problem now. Clash of heads, it seems, and he's come off worse. Well, Paul Jewell couldn't have asked for a better start for his team, but Liverpool got straight back into top gear, and well, they're back where they started in a sense.
We have a message from
I tell you, Alan, that all evening that miss from Redfern will be playing on his mind.
the police room, please. Eddie Carden.
He could never have possibly dreamt that after 15 minutes he'd be leading 2-0. That could have happened so easily. Redfern had accepted the chance.
Thompson keeps the ball in Bradford's half.
once again. That was excellent movement from Smitzer. Thompson just waits for him to make the run down the side, and I think O'Brien just gets enough in there, times his tackle. Good challenge, I think Smitzer was the favourite to get a shot in on target.
Keeper's lost it. Awkward ball. I think Thompson did exactly the right thing there.
That near post corner wasn't particularly convincing goalkeeping from Clark. From his attempted punch, he actually fell very invitingly for Smitzer. And we'll look back and think that perhaps he should have scored.
Camera. Redknapp. Had it covered, no doubt about that.
Yes, he knew exactly where his near post was. He didn't have to make the save. This is good goalkeeping.
Clark was actually sent off once playing for his former club Sheffield Wednesday against Liverpool early on in his Premiership career, and he hasn't played in the top division since appearing for Wednesday against Villa more than 2 years ago. Foul there by Mills. Thompson for Liverpool. Smiths are available down the right again. He's used the opportunity to cut inside. A man who can belt the ball and does, in the deflection. Completely wrong-footed Clark, but fortunately for Bradford, took it for a corner off O'Brien.
There's once again good positive play this from the man. Good block. That was on target.
Berger plays it in early, too early perhaps for his own good. Sharp's clearance. Song. Liverpool picking up the second ball. Most of the occasions now. Here's Patrick Berger again. Well, he certainly seems to have shaken off that earlier injury problem.
Yes, the two wide players for Liverpool. Berger, who's in possession here, and Thompson on the other side. They're more and more involved in this game. Sure that Haller and Sharp in full-back areas would like a little bit of protection in front of them, but they're certainly not getting it. And that's because of this very positive approach that Bradford adopted.
Liverpool have only won 5 of their 12 Premiership matches before tonight. Turn full circle. They couldn't get in the shot. Good tackle by Thompson. Sets Liverpool on the counter-attack with Smitzer, Haman and Camera in support. He could go all the way here, Smitzer. Clark did well to push it clear.
Well, maybe tonight Smitzer's destined not to score because that's his 4th, possibly 5th attempted goal. He's certainly produced an excellent save from Matt Clark. Him by Sharp, but again the loose ball falls to a man in red. Bradford being pushed further and further back now. It's a great ball. Berger to Staunton. The early cross really tested the Bradford defence. They're all equal to it, but he's given it away. Sterling into incessant pressure from the home team now. Lovely ball. Camera to Redknapp. Great tackle though by Stuart McCall. Dean Saunders looking for Blake. Song got there first. But at least it's taken a little of the pressure off Bradford. That was a good spell for Liverpool, Trevor. Yes, it certainly was. They're driving forward, and well, we said before the game, Alan, that we thought there'd be plenty of goals in this game, and certainly that's the indication at this moment. Half an hour gone, 2 goals scored. I'm sure there's more to come here.
Great ball. Smitzer. Only Patrick Berger in the box for Liverpool at the moment, though. Thompson's joined in as well now. back it goes to Kamara. Redknapp. Oh, getting plenty of shots from Liverpool. They haven't all been convincing. Got lucky there. That was deflected by Weatherall for the Liverpool corner.
Well, they're certainly getting some good blocks in Bradford. They're hanging on at this moment. They just cannot keep possession. They're being forced back, and every time they get the ball in defensive areas, they're knocking it forward, and it's coming straight back at them.
The whistle stopped players in full flight. He saw a little bit of pushing and shoving going on the near post. Weatherall and Hoopier get a warning.
It's forced Mr. Windle to take up a different position. Can't get much closer to the action. Look at him.
Thompson doing well against McCall, but you've got to work hard to shake off Stuart McCall. To call the layoff by camera heavy would be an understatement. It's almost as powerful as his shot, which brought Liverpool level. Smitzer with a chance to give them the lead moments ago.
Well, he runs at Weatherall, and Weatherall reluctant to commit himself. He allows him to come to the edge of the box, attempts to get the block in. I think Weatherall's concerned about his lack of pace, and Smitzer is quick. Just backed off as far as the 18-yard line.
These two clubs, incidentally, haven't met for 19 years in any kind of competition. It was a League Cup tie then, and Liverpool won 4-0 on the night with 2 goals by Kenny Dalglish, who, along with Ian Rush, were the occupants of the main striking positions when Bradford's manager Paul Jewell was here as a player, so small wonder he couldn't break up that partnership. He moved on to Wigan Athletic and then to Bradford, where he played with such distinction for so many years before becoming manager and leading them to the promised land. Well, the tackle's really flying in that spell. Very much in the thick of it, and Son brings Liverpool forward.
Well, that's good tracking back from Lee Mills. Realised that there was a danger there with Son breaking on the right-hand side and tracked him all the way back into his defensive half of the field to dispossess him.
Ball given away to Blake. He's done well here, Blake, but in the end, Hoopier stood his ground and read the danger well. Here's Spitzer. Liverpool breaking with pace through Staunton. Kamara got himself into a shooting opportunity again there. Good tackle by young O'Brien.
It was a brilliant turn from Kamara, completely deceived Weatherall. But his defensive partner at the back there, O'Brien, read the situation, and it was a good covering tackle.
There's McCall. Sharp. Early ball from Mills. And the referee's given Bradford a free kick in an interesting position here. Foul by Onshaw.
There's enough around the ball.
Only 1 of 4, it would appear. Unless there's another option. option, and Haller wanted that other option. He suddenly broke down the right and wasn't spotted by any of the Liverpool players. Who has been now. It was an interesting one. Took an awful long time to deliver, and in the end, it was pretty poor. Back to the drawing board with that set piece.
Well, the first idea would have been the best. I didn't quite see it. Haller totally free on the right-hand side. If they just played the ball into him, he could have taken it into the box.
Liverpool had only managed 13 goals in their 12 league games and just 6 in 6 here at Anfield. Usually poor return rate for them. It seems that they're beginning to solve some of their defensive problems, but now can't get it right at the other end. At least that's what the statistics would suggest, but the reality tonight has been a little bit different.
Yes, but they've played a lot of games, Alan, without Fowler and Owen. Two England internationals, two big players for Liverpool. Undoubtedly they're going to be a loss.
Here goes Smitsa. Sharp doing well. Lake's layoff was good. Mills turns it forward. Saunders, overwhelmed in the end by Liverpool challenges, and Show took it off him. Camara. He's a strange mixture, all right, isn't he, TD Cameron? He does absolutely brilliant things, and then one moment gets the basics completely wrong. Now, a chance for Blake. Son, the defender. Well, they tell fullbacks not to go to ground in those situations, but he threw away that particular piece of advice. There's Windass again in a shooting position. The cry from the other end of the ground for a penalty as he went down, but the whistle indicates a free kick to Liverpool.
Yeah, once again, an example of poor defending. Robbie Blake picked the ball up, threw it back to Lee Sharp. There was 3 Liverpool players stood watching as the ball was played back. Sharp played into the box. Windass totally unmarked. He had time to turn on it, decide what he wanted to do. He elected to try and beat the Liverpool defender. He actually fouled himself, but once again, that could have been another embarrassing moment for Liverpool.
Caught offside here. Determined that was going to be his, and it breaks here to Camara. He should really have fetched Smitsa. O'Brien with an important interception.
Yes, you're right there, Anne. There was so much grass in behind that he could have played that ball. Smitsa with his pace would have gone clear.
Berger doing a good defensive job on the other side of the pitch. Clearance, Staunton underneath it. Hamann. Patrick Berger sliced that and he went straight back to Hamann. He's clearly just short of the pace required at the moment. Hamann, no surprise. He's missed the last 4 games and only had a specially arranged practice match at Liverpool's training ground last week to get himself right for tonight. There's Berger. Camara with a little step over. Smitsa with a chance here. You said earlier, Trevor, it looks like the kind of night when he's not going to score. And so far, everything you've said has come right.
Well, just look at the awareness here from Camara. He knows exactly where his striking partner is. Well, this is the easiest chance. Does well to get himself a scoring opportunity on his right. There's another Liverpool player. He decides to go himself. Really, he's got to score from there. He thinks he's going to score. He can't believe it.
Look at that, 13 goal attempts for Liverpool to Bradford's 4. But Bradford's only 1. on target, produced the goal. Here's Patrick Berger. Did well to get away from Haller, and goes down, and the referee points to the penalty spot. And the ball was kicked in his direction and struck Mr. Winter on the head. I doubt he'll know who actually did that. I'm not terribly sure myself, but if he finds out, that player might be in trouble.
It wasn't inside, Alan. I think there's no doubt it's a foul. My first impression was it could just have been outside. My first impression was wrong, because it was definitely inside, and that is a penalty.
Weatherall has been called across, therefore I assume he was the guilty man. It's a yellow card, and he's a little bit lucky that it is yellow and not red, I think. Meantime, Redknapp has stopped the ball on the spot. He struck it home. And Liverpool from one down, leading 2 goals to 1 now. Beautifully struck penalty.
Well, they don't stop those, do they? That's as good a penalty as you're going to see. Drives it with terrific force.
Now he can leave his seat and celebrate, but he decides not to. Jamie Redknapp's first goal of the season has turned things round for Liverpool here at Anfield in a match that started very badly for them and could and should have got worse. They really ought to have been 2 behind. Now they're 2-1 in the lead. Bradford would love to make the most of this free kick just before half-time. And Saunders almost did. I think Windass got the second touch. It came off Song for a corner.
Judging by the reaction of the Liverpool players, they think this is a goal kick.
They've got to keep concentrating now. Has come a long way and judged it correctly. A good early throw to Camara. It's one Liverpool man against 2 defenders. The cavalry arriving. And Haller makes the tackle, and half of Anfield convinced that should have been a free kick. Bradford fans convinced that Camara was guilty of a bit of play acting there. Mr. Winter didn't get the kick. Berger takes Liverpool on. It's been eventful this half. Plenty of talking points. Good ball, Berger to Staunton. Camara. Man. Just didn't have that pace to get away from his nearest man again.
The pace, I mean, he wants too much time in possession, and that comes with lack of match fitness.
Camara. Berger. Camara again, miscontrolled it this time. Redknapp didn't. And they had so many bodies in the way, Bradford there. The shot never found its way through. But Liverpool back to pressurising Bradford again.
Well, it's one-way traffic at the moment, and I would think that poor Joe would be desperate to get his team in for a half-time tour. He's got a big decision to make. Will he stay with this system? Will he change things? So at this moment, there appears to be only one result. Liverpool totally dominant, got their noses in front, playing with great confidence. Certainly looking as if they may score more.
Well, that's a foul by Windass. In fact, it's going to be a caution.
It was a little bit fortunate, wasn't he, 5 minutes ago not to get cautioned. Referee didn't see it. He was the person that actually struck the ball at Mr. Winter. But he did see that tackle. It was late. It was from behind. It's an automatic yellow.
And maybe that's something the boys in the studio will clear up at half-time, exactly who did strike the ball in the direction reaction of Mr. Winter after the penalty had been awarded.
Don't you believe me, then?
I believe you. Kamara. Smitsa. Miller wins it back, but it didn't matter anyway. Offside. So one assumes that Weatherall, who was cautioned in the wake of the penalty, got his yellow card for the foul that gave it away in the first place. And Windass, we believe, has gone unpunished for that one anyway. Patrick Berger takes it away from Hannah. Well, they fought like tigers, Bradford, tonight. Liverpool shown the superior skills, there's no doubt about that, but this match is far from won. Thompson for Liverpool. And Liverpool content, I think, just to keep possession now, deep into stoppage time. To do that. Mills has gifted it back. Patrick Berger looking for Smitsa. That was an all-important tackle by O'Brien. He's hurt himself in the process. Well, that might have been a killer third goal for Liverpool. Well, he had plenty of treatment anyway. He's got at least 15 minutes of it because the referee has just blown the half-time whistle. Titi Camara with a typical exhibition of his very unique individual skills, bringing Liverpool level after Dean Windass had cracked the belter to give Bradford an early lead here. Don't forget, we'll have more on Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports Extra after the break as we analyse what's been a very eventful first half here at Anfield, with Gerard Houlier's side going the goal down early on, but coming back to lead Bradford City at half-time by 2-1.
Updating Fox Sports News, horse trainer Bart Cummings has done it again. Rogan Josh, ridden by John Marshall, winning the Melbourne Cup.
Travel Mate getting around behind, trying to come through. Rogan Josh going up to Central Park. Down on the inside, the Warrior, Zaza Bell, then Lahar in second coming. Central Park, Rogan Josh. Down on the inside was the Warrior. It's Central Park and Rogan Josh. Rogan Josh, the outside. Bart's got his 11th cup.
Central Park plays second with Zaza Bell and Lahar in a dead heat for third. The win was the 11th Melbourne Cup victory for Cummings. We'll have full details of all today's sport on Fox Sports News at 6:30 Eastern Summertime.
This weekend on the English Premier League.
And it's a great ball! Oh, wonderful goal! 5!
That's absolutely brilliant.
Right on the stroke of half-time.
The action kicks off this weekend with the Sunday morning match. Monday, Wimbledon face a tricky home test at Leeds as United aim for their first championship in 8 years. This weekend live on the Premier League, the Sunday morning match at 2 and Wimbledon Leeds Monday morning at 2.
So what about Vladimir Smitsa, Andy? Still looking for a goal. And you talked about Dean Windass having chances. He won't have many better than tonight, surely.
No, he won't. I mean, I think we talked about Kamara as well, Richard, being able just to be in a rich vein of form. Anything he strikes, it looks like he's going to score. Smitsa, on the other hand, can't seem to buy a goal at the moment. His best chance in the match. Again, it typified the way it's gone. Look at the space that they've got to play in. Just pushing the ball about, players all over the place. And when he gets through here, I thought, you know, take your pick. What side do you want? Do you want the little bend in there? Do you want to drive it in there? Any way you want, it's yours, but that's rather scuffed and not too convincing.
So 2-1 Liverpool. They trailed, they're in front, thanks to Jamie Redknapp's penalty and Camara's equaliser. Let's go back to Anfield and rejoin Trevor Francis and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Richard. Welcome back. And unless these Bradford players can turn things around in the second half here, they'll remain in the bottom three. Their away form particularly disturbing. They've already lost 4 times in 6 league matches away from Bradford. And their next 3 games on the road take them to Leeds, Chelsea and Manchester United. A Pretty tough introduction to the Premiership for them. Referee Jeff Winter, incidentally, told our reporter George Gavin at half-time that the reason he didn't take any further action when the ball cleared his sinus problem following the award of a penalty to Liverpool was that A, he didn't see who it was, and B, he regarded it as an accident. Very charitable of him. So we're all set to go, and Liverpool attacking their favourite Cop End and leading by 2-1. That was exactly the score the last time these teams met in a league game back in 1922. And would you believe, during the half-time interval, the tannoy here announced one of the spectators tonight, a gentleman in his 80s, that was the first game he was ever taken to see. For Mills from the free kick. Mills' layoff was a good one. Helped on by Sharp. Son gets it away. Bryant. Now Vindas. McCall. Guanahala moving forward down the right, but Berger keeps closing off that space for the Norwegian international. McCall. And Liverpool win it back. Having to chase hard to keep that in play. Sharp challenge, a Liverpool throw. Again, it's O'Brien who gets it clear of danger. Hoopier under pressure from Mills behind him. Westerveld is always very cool when the ball's at his feet. It's certainly one of the best qualities of his game, kicking.
Yes, but on that occasion, Hoopier did what he should in the first half, and that's make a little angle so he can just play it to him.
Last time we saw Liverpool live on a Monday night, of course, Westerveld was sent off towards the end of the 1-0 defeat here against Everton, and subsequently served a 3-match ban. For Blake, and the early ball in. Staunton to get that clear. Saunders was right behind him. Very vocal support for Bradford behind the goal. They're attacking in this half. Meant to go back to Haller. It all went wrong for Bradford. Played in every Premiership match this season and is well used to battles at the wrong end of the table from his days at Oldham over 10 years ago now. He's there to pump it back into Liverpool's half. Gerard Houllier will feel that he's been wrongly judged in some quarters this season. He's never really had his full squad of players available because of injuries, and he still hasn't, of course. There's Kamara. You don't quite know what to expect next from him, do you? Saunders. Lee Sharp. Ahead of Hoopier, and he's given it back to Blake. Former Manchester United man in an attacking position for the first time in the game. Can't get it right.
That all started from a poor Hoopier header. He should have got distance. All he did was play it straight back to Blake.
Liverpool have got 4-on-4 here. Kamara. McCall getting back to make the extra man for Bradford. There's Thompson, Schmitzer and Camera in the box. Always too close to Matt Clark, that one. O'Brien, it's been a very assured performance from him. He's only 20. McCall at the other end of his career, hugely experienced. Lee Sharp gives it away. Redknapp for Liverpool. Staunton, Patrick Berger makes the overlap. He finds Camara. Guards it back. Well, if the score remains this way, deep into the half, Liverpool dare not settle, because half of Bradford's goals in the Premiership this season, incredibly, have been scored in the 90th minute. Liverpool in the mood to make sure of the 3 points that will lift them into the top 6 long before the clock reaches that stage.
During that first half, I felt that Liverpool always caused problems down the left-hand side. Staunton and Berger were very dominant. It does appear that there's been a slight adjustment to Bradford shape of their side. They do appear to have gone 4-4-2 with Saunders now playing on the right-hand side of midfield.
Ness gives it away there. Song's cross. Just ahead of both Schmitzer and Camara. Foul on Mills on show. He took the free kick from the wrong place. Mills, before tonight, had scored in each of his last 3 games after waiting 10 matches to get off the mark this season. He was Bradford's top scorer last season in their run to promotion with 25 goals, easily the best total of his career. Lee Sharp's free kick aimed at Weatherall, who won the header. Bradford this time didn't commit enough men forward, and now Liverpool try to hit them on the break with Thompson. He gives the free kick for the foul by McCall rather than Redfern on Jamie Redknapp. A likely target here. He almost found him. Good clearance by Weatherall. And it's a goal kick. Well, you may have seen Sky's live action from Highfield Road yesterday when Gordon Strachan's Coventry had a wonderful win. He's here doing his homework tonight. Good ball, late, chance here.
Well, it was good attacking play from Bradford, but I can't understand how he gets that much room. Comes to the side of Honcho, quickly gets his shot away with his right foot, but good positioning from Westerveld.
Camara now for Liverpool. Berger, beaten to it. Liverpool still in possession. Good ball, Redknapp to Thompson. Schmitzer. Patrick Berger well placed here. Just too much on the cross.
Look at there, Schmitzer, because if you keep your eye on Berger, he appears he's going to spin off the back of Weatherall and then decides not quite to go. Weatherall was always struggling. He knew that Berger was going in behind him. I think that is an apology to his teammate Schmitzer.
Saw evidence on Highfield Road yesterday, and to some extent at Anfield tonight, of how difficult it is for these teams coming up into the highest division. And when you think both Watford and Bradford were in Nationwide Division 2 not that long ago, what, 3 or 4 seasons, been a wonderful achievement by both of them. But the gulf, as everyone will tell you, is getting wider and wider. It's getting harder and harder for promoted teams, unless, of course, you have the status of a Sunderland or a Middlesbrough just to survive. O'Brien caught for the first time and still got out of trouble. Good clearance by Staunton. McCall beats Schmitzer to it. Leaves it to McCall. Redfern. Good play by Liverpool in the middle of the field to win it back. Schmitzer has counter to his left. Cock rises in anticipation. But he can't reward them with what they were looking for. He and they thought it was a corner. The award is goal kick.
Certainly Camera drives to the byline, tries to get the ball back. The referee was right.
They had a problem, didn't they, with those earpieces in the early days, referees? Well, judging by the way he and his earpiece survived that ball being whacked at him in the first half, they've obviously solved that one. Staunton did well to recover there. Some advice from his goalkeeper there, and the referee has spotted a handball, I think. Doesn't matter because he's going to his way play on. Thompson. Working harder to deny Liverpool space now. Change in system seems to be having the desired effect so far. Liverpool not quite as fluent as they were in the first half.
No, I think the half-time interval came at the wrong time for Liverpool, because for 20 minutes for a half-time they were totally dominant. They've not been able to pick it up.
Mind you, it's been given away to them here. Schmitzer settles for the corner. Taking up a position almost on the goal line there, knocking off Clark's view, and he's a big lad. Didn't work, did it? Clark lost him and kept the ball. Sharp. And Redknapp certainly was in closing him down. McCall. frustrated Liverpool in the opening quarter of an hour of this half without really threatening them.
Just the one chance, wasn't it, from Blake? And he did well, came inside Honcho, hit it with his right foot, straight at Westerveld. That's about the nearest they've come to scoring. We've actually reverted now Alan to 4-3-3 or 4-5-1, whatever you want to term it.
Looks to see if anyone's in support. Just took a little too long. Liverpool throw though. Now it reverts to Bradford. Manchester United connections will guarantee him one or two Scouse words of advice when he takes that throw, which has gone back to Liverpool. Coman. Redknapp. Patrick Berger. A lot of players forward here at Liverpool. Thompson. Could only palm it over for a corner.
Yeah, good positioning from Clark. Thompson elects to come inside onto his left foot. Good shot, straight at Clark. He takes no chances. Two hands over the crossbar.
And got a fist to the ball from the corner. Ball's clearance. Of course, one of the most memorable days of his career came against Liverpool when he scored 2 goals against them in an FA Cup final. However, Everton lost 3-2 that day, so it's both the best and worst memories of what's been a fabulous career for Stuart McCall. Here's Mills. Windass. It's a great ball to Blake. Sounding well. Open the gates, he's on the way. He's stopped in his tracks. Very sharp. Redford. Ah, this is better from Bradford. And the fans recognise that, but that was a dreadful ball. Well, let's look ahead to more football action coming up on Sky Sports this week. On Thursday, a UEFA Cup special for Sky Digital viewers, as Newcastle United, West Ham United, and indeed Tottenham Hotspur are all in live action on Sky Sports News. With a little trick from Camara, O'Brien was equal to him this time. Gain a few yards and another throw. Windass is very calm there. Thompson going up well. Windass, one back by Redknapp. Great effort and a very acrobatic save by Clark.
But I'm not sure it was the right decision, because on his right, Schmitzer was totally free. On his left was Kamara. He elects to go by himself. A little bit of swerve, but Clark gets enough behind it.
More than having run in there at the moment. Weatherall. Staunton, knew what he was doing. Goal kick. an emotional night already for Paul Jewell, his family here, his son, the mascot, his return to the ground where his playing career began. Sonny Lee and Phil Thompson, old teammates from those days. But of course, the memory he really wants to take away is at least a point, preferably 3. Thompson. He want to keep that in play. Sharp's volley clearance could have gone anywhere, and again Windass very aware of what was going on. Clearance given back to Bradford. He's there to make up for it though. O'Brien. This is Mills. Spots Blake. He got the header in despite the pressure from Song. There's a big gap though for Liverpool to exploit on this right-hand side now. Thompson slowed it up. Bradford getting them back behind the ball. Here's Kamara. That's good pressure again by Bradford, forcing Liverpool all the way back to Westerveld. Saunders couldn't turn and face the Liverpool goal then, otherwise he would have been deemed offside. Song's clearance. Well, the home fans here recognising the fact that Bradford have done pretty well in this half and have disrupted Liverpool's rhythm.
Well, you felt in that first half, I mean, there was a real desire from Liverpool to get back first on level terms and then to drive forward to try and get themselves in front. But in the second half, there's not quite that determination to go for the third goal.
Blake touches it on, but it was a mistake. Straight to Redknapp. Kamara. Good ball. Smitsa. Bradford are trying to make the change. And I think they'll attract the referee's attention now. Gunnahala is going to go off. And he of the spectacular hairstyle, Jamie Lawrence, is going to come on.
The substitute for Bradford City's number 7, Jamie Lawrence.
Jamie Lawrence, the former Leicester player, has only just come back after a hernia operation that's kept him out for a couple of months. You've got to be a brave man to turn out at Anfield with a bleach blonde hairstyle like that. And he's certainly taking some stick already. I won't tell you exactly what the cop is singing because it's a family show. Smitsa finds Thompson. Song. Corner off Lee Sharp. Critical moments these for Bradford. If they were to concede a third goal now, the match might well go beyond them. But at the moment, they're still in with a shout. Well, Houllier certainly knows the game is far from safe. Patrick Berger. Switzer just stabbed at it. Still the pressure. Well, that's a poor ball given away. Short sail over his head. That's a better one for him. Kamara. Oh, it's gone back to Redknapp. Well played. What about the flick from Kamara in the middle of that attack?
Well, that would have been the 1-2 of all time, that. Just watch this. Absolutely fantastic invention. If only Redknapp could have just... Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm going to be neutral, but that would have been a fantastic goal if Redknapp had got his foot to it.
Smitzer. It's a free kick. A rash challenge there by Lee Sharp. Liverpool seem to be getting ready to bring Jamie Carragher on at the moment. 20 minutes remaining. And Bradford face this free kick, which will be taken by Patrick Berger. It is direct. Well, took a little deflection en route there, which I think wrong-footed Clark, who responded well. Staunton. Man. Great ball to pick out Thompson. Won back well by Song. Thompson. Smitzer. Berger. Good tackle by Lawrence. Berger's still there though. And now Staunton. Pinball wizard there for the moment inside the Bradford penalty box. Now they break with Saunders. Not a bad ball for Mills. McCall has driven forward, and so too, in fact, has Redfern. And Sharp. Redfern's layoff. Mills. Still Lee Sharp. That was handball decided. Good spell for Bradford after they've been under so much pressure themselves.
Yes, it all came about when Steve Staunton's shot was blocked. It came back out and Liverpool overcommitted.
Rogue's free kick, poor one really. Infuriating, no doubt, for Paul Jewell that.
Yes, played to the far post, overhit, out of the danger area. Certainly didn't ask any questions of the Liverpool defence.
Jamie Carragher will maintain his record of having appeared in every Premiership match this season, as he's about to come on to replace Jamie Redknapp, who hands on the captain's armband to Sami Hyypiä and gets a standing ovation as he leaves the field. His sweetly struck penalty, still the difference between the two sides. And Jamie Carragher will bring a little more defensive stability to the middle of the field for Liverpool. Redfern. It's a lovely ball outside of the foot by Blake to Dean Windass. He couldn't return the favour. He is different, isn't he? He certainly is, and that could still go in. It's on the roof of the net. TT Camera is something special.
Well, that was great play because it was a terrific pacey run by Camera, but equally it's a brilliant save from Clark. All you can ask for is a shot on target. He does that with his right foot, but that really is a good save. I thought for a second he got unlucky. He was going to drop underneath the bar into the back of the net, but he did deserve that little bit of good fortune.
Consistency might not be his middle name, TT Camera, but my word, if you're looking for excitement, entertainment and the unusual, he's your man. Staunton. Mohammed. Great ball. Thompson. Patrick Berger let it run. Camara! Well, I did say it's not consistent, but he was there to have a go.
Not the easiest of balls to hit this. Once again, good build-up play from Liverpool. Excellent little dummy from Berger. Camera hits it as it comes across him.
.09009 11-22-33 is the number to call now, with your vote for tonight's man of the match. Minutes to go. Bradford still harbouring hopes of rescuing something here. Remember that statistic. They scored in the 90th minute, and half their goals this season have come that late in the game. Here's Lawrence. Obstruction by Berger. Indirect free kick to Bradford. Position this for Bradford if the delivery is good. It's not bad, and Weatherall almost got a touch on that. It came off a Liverpool player for a corner.
Good ball in this from Sharp. Exactly where he wants to be. Weatherall, good challenge. Just flicked away from Hoopier for a corner.
Stuart McCall. Onto the far post again. Westerveld poured it away. And there goes Camara again. Lawrence denies him this time. No free kick, which is what the crowd certainly were expecting. McCall. Good ball from Windass. But Saunders caught offside. Change underway for Liverpool. Bagard Hegum coming on. He's been playing fairly regularly till recently. He's lost his place in the last 5 or 6 games to Rigobert Song. That will come on, presumably on the right of midfield as a replacement for David Thompson.
Hegum replaces number 25, David Thompson.
That will give Liverpool a little attacking edge down this near side. And Bradford are going to make another change as well now. Looks like the former Arsenal man Isaiah Rankin coming on.
The Bradford City.
He'll replace Neil Redfern. Rankin, who tore a hamstring in pre-season and has only just come back into the reckoning. He was on the bench without being used in their last game against Leicester.
I said it was a very adventurous side at the start of the game, with 4 strikers in the lineup. It's now become 5 with the arrival of Rankin.
Good play by Saunders. Lawrence. Saunders shows a very sprightly pair of heels there. And wins a free kick for his side. Well, considering he is literally older than his manager, the only player in the Premiership who is, and turned the clock back there, Dean Saunders.
Yeah, it was a good decision this. Just watch the tackle from Carragher. Here it comes in now. Whoa, over the top. Try to give advantage to Saunders. Good refereeing from Mr. Windsor.
And a yellow card for Liverpool's substitute, Jamie Carragher. Overall trying to get in there. Misunderstanding between goalkeeper and defender. Liverpool get away with it, though. And they've got the chance of a break on here. Megan to Schmitzer. Megan. Done well. Can he finish? What a flying goal by Bagard Hegum, and that will surely clinch 3 points for Liverpool.
some of the forwards just how you should finish here. Predominantly a right back, Heckham gets into a forward area. Great little dribble and a wonderful finish past Matt Clark to really finish the game off for Liverpool. Great close dribbling this, gets it onto his left foot, just slightly lets it run away from him. But what a clinical finish. Great play this, not particularly good defending. O'Brien dives in, Lawrence tries to get there, arrives late.
Hegham's first goal of the season has increased Liverpool's lead to 3-1. And there's about to be a further Liverpool substitution now. They're going to bring on Maya and take off Schmitzer. But Maya, the big Dutchman, who's been playing up to tonight in recent weeks alongside Camera, the first job he will have is to defend a Bradford free kick.
Number 18, Eric Meyer.
Sharp. Westerveld in control. And Berger free. Camera getting forward in the middle. He tried to pick him out, but the pass not quite accurate enough. Incidentally, the fact that Liverpool have used all three substitutes now means that Paman's going to complete a game, which he's not managed to do yet since joining Liverpool, so that's another bonus for Gerard Houllier. Well, Subia completed anyway. He certainly can't be substituted.
He'll be sent off, though, don't forget.
Correct. Unlikely, but correct. 4 bookings so far, 3 for Bradford, 1 for Liverpool. Carragher. Back to Song. Without being in any way condescending to Bradford, you can pay them the tribute that they've given Liverpool a difficult second half here. But in the end, that little bit of quality provided by Begod Hagam has surely turned Paul Jules' return to his beloved Anfield into defeat. Meyer winning the header, Hagam almost onto it again in the box. Free kick. Played in early towards Windass. Song got there ahead of him, but the referee says the free kick has to be taken again. Plenty of players forward here, Bradford. They've got to now. The ball drives it through the crowd. Could have gone anywhere. Goes to Westerveld. Well, we can never be presumptive about anything in football. I'm sure, that won't be allowed. Windass blocking the clearance. I was going to say, I'm sure some Liverpool fans have looked at the up-and-coming fixtures for their side, particularly here at Anfield, and think that they might have a decent run-in to Christmas. They can just keep that consistency going, and to be fair to them, this is going to be 5 games now in which they've won 3 and drawn 2 if they hold on to this lead, and that represents their best run for some 19 months. If that run is maintained, Liverpool would still figure in the shake-up at the end of the season. Berger offside. There's no doubt they've got the talent, Trevor. It's consistency that they're looking for now.
Yes, and also getting 1 or 2 back to full fitness. I said before, Alan, that players like Fowler and Owen are vitally important to any manager.
to go. Bradford are in trouble. Begum. On the call, hasn't stopped running all night. Back to Blake. All the way through. O'Brien. Windass. This is Lawrence for Bradford. Dean Saunders. Saunders clearance. Carragher couldn't get it away from danger. Mills with the shot. Easy for Westerveld. Kick this time from Westerveld. A call, plays it back in. Windass. Stuart McCall. Dean Saunders. What a moment it would be if he could score back on the ground where he scored so many goals in the Liverpool red. Now McCall. It's a good ball, but Windass controls it, and Liverpool could break themselves. The man in possession. Kamara. Patrick Berger up in support. And he picks it out well. Myers behind him. Is it on? And the shot blocked. Time for handball, but I don't think the defender could have done anything about that. Carragher. Staunton. Liverpool looking for a fourth here. Play by Kamara, but then an extravagant cross, strangely enough. Begum kept it in.
I don't think it was a bad cross, to be fair. There's a reluctance of Liverpool players to go in the box. Only one went in there, and if someone had been in the back post, could have been a good ball.
Certainly an excellent night, TT Kamara. Song. Hegel. Song again. Two to pick out. Meyer with the flip header. Staunton winning it back. Weatherall's clearance. Mills. This is Blake. In every game, and I think the critical time in this match was that missed chance by Neil Redfern shortly after Bradford had gone ahead. If they'd made it 2-0 then, it could have been a very different game. I think they shouldn't have piled the agony on Redfern, but really that was absolutely crucial. Here's Kamara. Determined he wasn't going to have his own way this time. Sharp looking for Lee Mills. And the excellent Sami Hyypiä equal to him again. He really has been the most consistent of many new players brought in by Gerard Houllier. This guy's been the most spectacular though. And that's a good ball for Hegel. Almost reached Meyer. 2 minutes of stoppage time at Anfield. There's Hegem again. And it's opening up for him once more. Not quite such a special finish this time.
Well, he fancied his luck once again. No one came to close him down, so he thought he'd have a little shot at goal. Certainly, once he comes inside and he sees those goals, not afraid to shoot.
And this time, Westervelt's kick was not the best, but at least he got it away from danger. Nobody picked him up.
We'll mention on that if anybody deserves a go, it's Dean Saunders, but also McCall. I think he's been outstanding for Bradford. Despite his age, 35, he's covered every blade of grass. I can hardly remember him giving the ball away. He's actually in a midfield that's not the youngest. Redfern, Windass, and himself, a combined age of 99.
Yeah, and the average age of Bradford's starting lineup tonight, over 30. O'Brien, very much the youngest at 20. Staunton for Liverpool. Final whistle moments away. Can Liverpool score again? Patrick Berger, Titi Camara. What a great save by Clark, who's another who can be well proud of his contribution tonight, considering he hasn't played in the league for 2 years.
Well, we're in injury time, but this has brought the save of the match. This is quite brilliant. He's going one way, quickly has to adjust his body, produces a brilliant save with his right hand.
Oh, what a waste, goalkeeper of his ability, being in the reserves for so long. Picks out a friend halfway up the Kop with that shot, but he certainly hit it powerfully. And I would imagine when this goal kick is taken, that'll be just about the end of things at Anfield. On a good night for Liverpool. Gerard Houlier's team move on to 21 points. They shift themselves 4 places up the Premiership table. They move into the top 6. Their 6th win in the Premiership this season. The jigsaw still has a few pieces to get it absolutely perfect, but it's getting better for Liverpool. Now with Michael Owen due back in training tomorrow, and Robbie Fowler also due back on the training ground soon, things have got a more optimistic look about them here on Merseyside. Titi Camara has had another special night after his man of the match award against West Ham. A good goal, some wonderful moments of high skill and spectacular shooting. And Bradford, for all their industry and aggression, just couldn't live with Liverpool tonight. Dean Windass scoring a marvellous opening goal, but Liverpool replied not once, not twice, but 3 times. Still, Windass will treasure that moment, I'm sure. And if Redfern could have made it 2-0 moments later, it could have been a very different story at Anfield. But Titi Camara had other ideas. Liverpool were level, and then they went ahead. Weatherall's challenge on Patrick Berger. Redknapp's first goal of the season from the penalty spot. Liverpool 2-1 up at half-time. And they made it 3 late on in the second half when substitute Vegard Hegem went on a mazy run that even Ricky Veer many years ago would have been pretty pleased with. Certainly Gerard Houllier tonight was. And that goal has clinched a 3-1 victory for Liverpool here at Anfield tonight.
And we've got some football coming up from Thursday onwards, thanks to Sky's new digital technology. 3 games on the one channel for digital viewers on Thursday night. On Sky Sports News, it's Newcastle against FC Zurich, West Ham against Steaua Bucharest, Kaiserslautern against Tottenham. Spurs and Newcastle up in those games, West Ham chasing a 2-goal deficit. That's Thursday night from 7 o'clock. Friday at 7 on Sky Sports 2, it's Port Vale against Crewe. Sunday at 10:30 in the morning, the Thames Valley Derby, Reading against Oxford United. That's on Sky Sports 2. At 12 on Sky Sports 1, it's Rangers against Celtic. And at 3 in the afternoon, Super Sunday at Selhurst Park, Wimbledon against the league leaders in the Premiership right now, Leeds United. And if you are a Sky Digital viewer, you can get interactive with those games. Port Vale and Crewe, Rangers and Celtic, Wimbledon and Leeds United. Those 3 on Sky Sports Extra, of course. Well, from Liverpool's point of view, it's been a very productive night. Bradford in front, beaten by 3-1. And his thoughts and the reaction from Anfield comes next.
There was a little hiccup during the match in the first half. But I think once they got themselves together again and got back into it, there was really only one winner in this football match. I just think at times Bradford and the way Watford were yesterday are a little bit too open. I don't think you can go to places like Anfield and bigger and better clubs with better players, in all honesty, and play open, attractive, attacking football. Eventually you're going to get punished.
They had the start they wanted. They had a chance afterwards to go 2. Again, similarities to yesterday. We wondered, had Watford got in front, they might have happened. Well, Bradford did here, and the outcome was actually the same, wasn't it?
Well, Bradford got in front, but what Bradford couldn't do, Richard, because of the nature of the players that were playing, that was a dreadful miss from Neil Redfern. He doesn't need me to tell him that. But what they did, they were too open, and they were open to attack after attack. And you cannot do that. If you can shut the game off for a bit, if you can defend in numbers, get organised, keep the ball for a little bit, frustrate Liverpool, then something might have happened. But this happened too often. Time and time again, they were able to pick passes out, pick players out in the last third who were totally unmarked, not get enough pressure on the ball. They got better second half, but first half, Liverpool almost just picked them off at will. Lovely ball from Steve Staunton, could have gone wide, decided to go right down the middle. And having beaten the first one, I think even then he's not close quick enough. And when he's playing with such confidence, it's no surprise that he scores.
Again, the gaps here you're talking about for Liverpool to motor into. He's gone halfway line to penalty box, look, unchallenged.
Well, he's gone to the 15 yards from goal before a challenge has come in. You can't allow players like that, international footballers, to do that. Again here, there's just no pressure on the ball. There's so much space for him to play in. So deep at times, Bradford. Again here, look how deep they are. Right in their own box. Almost the edge of the 6-yard box when they come in.
It's a culture shock, isn't it? We've seen that. It's been very evident the last 24 hours from 2 of the 3 teams coming up.
Yeah, I think so. I think what Paul Jules will say too, I mean, that's David Weatherall's experienced enough not to be tackling with his right leg as someone's going to cross him like that. But yeah, I think there is a culture shock. And I think that they're going to learn the hard way. I don't think you can be as open as this if you haven't got the players and survive. I think one of the teams that tried this quite a few years ago was Swindon. They came up believing they could play, Richard. And I think John Gorman was the manager then, who said, we're not going to lose our principles, we're going to stick with them. And I kept saying, well, I mean, if they stick with them and be that open, they're going to lose loads of goals and they're going to go down. And that's what will happen. Teams have to learn quickly. Like Peter Reid learned 3 years ago when he was up first time. He learned that. And now he comes up with a team and his priority every game is a clean sheet. Now, I don't see that with Watford and Bradford. And I think that you have to be able to do that because you get picked off. And Liverpool just kept playing and just picked them off.
And then your confidence starts to be eaten away. And you sense that with Watford. And Bradford, although they've had a better run of late, will feel the same way too, won't they?
Oh, I think so. And Bradford have got a huge game at the weekend. They play Coventry at home, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a massive game, not only for Bradford, but for Coventry, but more so for Bradford than ever.
That's a great stop at the end, isn't it?
Fabulous. Trevor was right, that is the save of the match.
OK, let's hear from Gerard Houllier. Here he is with George Gavin.
Gerard, a very good result in the end, but were you apprehensive when you went a goal down?
Yes, because against teams like Bradford, if you give them a bit of a sniff, you know, if you give them a chance, it could have been a different game. And but I think the players had a good reaction. They kept, I would say, their head, you know, cool and started building up a better football. Maybe that goal woke them up a bit, and then we created some chances.
Many chances. Were you pleased with that?
Yeah, many chances. I think even the first half could have been better after the than 2-1 in the first half. And the second half, we were a bit edgy and nervous until the end because we didn't score the third goal until the end. And but I mean, I would say that we had to put some fresh legs nearly to score the third goal. On the whole, it's, you know, we saw some good football. The passing, the movement was better. As you said, I'm sure it's been a very entertaining game for TV because there was some good moves, good actions, and
5 games undefeated in the Premiership. Is that the sort of consistency you've been looking for since you've taken over here?
Well, I hope we have another 5 games behind that. That what consistency means to me. It's not only 5 games. We've got another difficult game coming up on Saturday against Derby. And you know what Derby's up to. They showed it against Chelsea.
6th place in the table now, and some very influential people in the game are saying you'll be in the shake-up at the end of the season. Is that possible for Liverpool?
I don't know. At the moment, we're playing without our 2 main strikers. I mean, the 2 main scorers of the club are not playing. Tidi Amam, I would say this is nearly his first game. He's not totally match fit, but he's definitely improving. If we get everybody, you know, available, and if we improve our football the way we did tonight, particularly in the build-up, if we have a finish which is up to the level of the chances we create, maybe.
Titi Camara is giving you a problem, isn't he, when Robbie and Michael are fit?
Well, no manager would tell you that it's a problem to have 3 strikers or 4 strikers. We have 4 good strikers. I would add even Vladimir Smicer, who did a good job today. Didn't
score, though, and he hasn't scored now for, what, 10, 11 games?
Doesn't matter to me because, first of all, he's new to the English game, and he was more an offensive midfield, but he's quick, he's good on the turn, he sees things, and I'm sure when he, you know, gets used to the game, he will bring a loss to the team as well.
I'm sure you'd like to have been in Europe, but has it helped you not playing European games so far this season?
Well, we've got to be realistic and honest. I think that probably, maybe not Manchester, of course, last game, but Chelsea and Arsenal probably dropped some points after their games in Milan and at home against Fiorentina. I mean, we've got to admit that that's probably, I would say, the big heads of these tables sometimes, either because they are a bit disappointed and frustrated over the last season, or because they just lack the freshness which is necessary to play in the Premiership. I mean, in the Premiership, any team can beat any team, and that has been also the case last weekend.
This evening was Liverpool's night. From Andy and myself, it's good evening to you all.